For this picture, I was looking at the fourth sorrowful mystery, the carrying of the cross. It's kind of like aqua colours, a little bit of green, a bit of yellowy light, and then purples. Matthew 27:31-33 says they took off the robe and put his clothes on. So there's lots of dressing and undressing going on. As they were going out, they met a man from Cyrene named Simon, and they forced him to carry the cross. And then they came to a place called Golgotha. I think there's a parody in the Life of Brian where some poor guy offers to carry the cross. He ends up being the one on the cross. So Cyrene of the Greek colony of Libya, princess and huntress, founded in her honour by the god Apollo. When a monstrous lion attacked the sheep of her father's kingdom, Cyrene wrestled with the lion and killed it. Very much like, I think it's the Strength tarot card. Is a reference to Simon actually a reference to Simeon as in the tribe? In the image on the far right is what is a bit like a cross, but also a star, pipe shape with bent arms, and kind of a belt. In the centre is what looks a bit like, I guess, the shape of a rose or like a swirling whirlpool. Centre is purple, there's flecks of purple swirling around, but mostly like this green colour, and then possibly a hill on the left. This is just a close-up of the centre of that circle. It possibly looks like a hooded figure in there. This swirl on the left looks like it's talking to it. Within what is possibly a hill on the left, but also has some kind of like womb symbolism going on there, there's like this purple figure emerging. And then there's this purple bit at the bottom, which looks a bit like a discarded cloak, I guess, this idea of like new clothes. And it kind of looks a bit like there's a crow watching. Within that mound, there is this hand, which could refer to this idea of the hand of God. It's gesturing towards the swoosh that has escaped from that centre. So there's this sort of central belt on what is a cross and also like a star with bent arms. I guess in the middle there, it's either quite snake-like or bird-like. Now, that ends up looking quite phallic towards this rose in the centre, or this whirlpool. Actually a figure sort of lying down in there. There is a V as well in what looks a bit like a flower. I think there definitely is sexual symbolism going on here. And there are kind of faces in some of those other swooshes and that kind of cross on the right. So my wild theory is that this is describing another ritual, initiation perhaps. I'm intrigued by this idea of the cross as the body, something our spirit is pinned to. So when they say that they took him out of his robe and put on clothes, are they actually referring specifically to like skin, body, shape-shifting, and some deeper mysteries along those lines? I have no idea, but I don't really see sorrow. I'm intrigued by this shapeshifter thing, because how do you know who the person is? Back when Mary says, "I thought you were the gardener," how did she realise it was him? Thanks for listening. Please like and subscribe.